Hiya Tom, lovely to see you down on the range again today. Watch you hit some full shots. Just a recap on the session that we did. First thing that we noticed is at the top left hand side of your screen at setup, even though we've been trying to focus on things such as getting the weight more on the left hand side, you can see there that there's not actually a great deal of weight on that left hand side. The right leg is straighter, but we're a little bit sort of kinked back here. If we look at the line from the upper centre to the lower centre, we're a little bit kinked back. We've definitely not got the weight favouring the left. So what we've done here is we've sort of stood up, we've leaned onto that left side a little bit more, and now we've got more of a look that we're after. We're a little bit more straight up and down with the upper and lower centre, and if we put the box in place, we've definitely got no weight favouring the left side. Though we've got 60-40, we can move it back to 55-45, but in light of the controlling of the low point, I would suggest that we maintain the 60-40 relationship to start with. The effects that has on your swing, the main effect is that as we go back, top left, we're swinging around an upper centre that has moved back too much, so we've got a little bit of tilt away from the target here in the spine, whereas here we're swinging around an upper centre that has stayed more on top of the ball and tilted back less. So if we do a line down from centre of your shoulders, we're quite a way behind the ball. On this one, we're not as far behind the ball. As a result, that means that in your downswing now, we don't have to work as hard to get back out in front of it, and we're controlling the low point of your swing much better. On this one, we've got to work really hard to get back onto it, which we can do, but when we're bottoming out, we want to make sure that the low point is a little bit more on top of the golf ball. You're only talking fractions of inches, Tom. You're not talking a lot, but it's enough to cause you problems when you're hitting a longer iron or sometimes even a wedge. So you've got to get your weight more on your left hand side. That's also going to improve your ability to hit out at the golf ball for longer whilst keeping the hands nice and quiet. Now in regards to the takeaway itself, what we're looking at here from down the line is a situation where the club still tends to roll in a little bit too much and the arms come away from you. What we see here with Hunter Mahan is a slightly different swing, where the club has traced the arc of the swing for longer, so that at waist level we've got the arms in and the club out, as opposed to the arms out and the club in. More daylight here between the arms and the body than we see here with Hunter Mahan. So the drill for that, put the cane down here and try and get both the club and the hands making the same circle on the way back. In that respect, you're going to end up with more of a swing like we see here with Hunter Mahan. The problem we have is when we get the club rolling behind us too much there, it tends to then get a little bit too much underneath us at this point. So we then play Hunter Mahan down, we're going to see a shaft position that's a little bit more above his right forearm rather than beneath the right forearm. Beneath the right forearm is going to lead to pushes, hooks, fats and thins, because we're going to need a lot of forearm rotation now to get that club back on a decent line through the hitting area, and we don't want the forearms rotating too much, and we don't want the rate of closure increasing too much. So we're looking to improve this sort of position by improving the takeaway. Now, one of the things we discussed today was the use of this grid. Wherever you locate the ball within the grid is going to affect the path of your club first of all. So if we use this now to illustrate, ball forward in the grid, with a club face square, he's going to hit a big pull. Ball back with a club square to the path, he's going to hit a big push. If we then look at, if we move the ball back but have the club face close to the path but still open to the target, we're going to hit a push draw. If we have the ball forward and we have the club face open to the path but still left of the target, we're going to hit a pull fade. So what we've got here now is we've got you set up with the ball forward in the stance, the handle back, and we're going to try and hit some straight pulls. Now the effect that has is that we tend to take the club away a little bit more in front of us, but more importantly, in an attempt to come across it, we now get the club a little bit more above the right forearm coming into the ball, like we're seeing with Hunter Mayan in the middle bottom portion of your screen. So you can use the grid and hitting some pull cuts and some pulls to actually affect your mechanics. So from there now, if you spend a bit of time hitting some pull fades, you're going to get this feeling of being a little bit more down and to the left. You can see the club stays left a little bit lower and left, exits a little bit lower, but more importantly, just gets into a slightly better delivery position here than what we see, beg your pardon, on this swing here. So you can see delivery position, club head behind your hands, delivery position, club head more in line with your hands. So you can use the grid to help you improve your ball flight and help you police the type of shot that you play. Long term, it's a great exercise for developing shot repertoire, and it's also a great exercise for going from the range to the golf course. So you can have some fun with that grid, you can use it to police your swing, you can use it to develop your shot patterns, and also you can use it to have a little bit of fun and break up the monotony when you practice. Good luck with it, great session, and look forward to the next one. Well done.